What is going on there, Internet? My name's Flare, and welcome back to episode number 4, Double Trouble, featuring the same team we had in the last episode. And we're hopping right back into the battles right now as... Ooh, actually, I do have Guardian DD. What do you know? Featuring some team I wasn't paying attention to. We have Metagross, Kartana, Tapu Lele, Hydreigon, Landers, and Zapdos. Obvious Mega on the team is Mega Gross. We see one Intimidate user. Hydreigon, always power. It could be Scarf, could be Scarf Lando, could be AV Lando. Z-move probably contained either on the Lando or on the Lele, or it could be on the Dragon, who knows. Focus Sash probably present on the Kartana. Now, what do I want to bring? What do I want to bring? I mean, obviously, leading off with Meds and I think Milotic and Excadrill leading off, bringing Tyranitar in the back for the Sand Threat, and I need Fire though, and Volcarona. I'm gonna leave Salamence at home, as I don't think it adds much value to this battle. But I did not want to lead off with the Sand, just in case he leads off with some weird combination where with the Lele I want to be in with the Excadrill, just to threaten out the Lele with the threat of Iron Head. Even if I am intimidated, I think I might just stay and go for it. Obviously, best case scenario is I see the Lando. So here, Lando Gross. So obviously this is quite fine with me, if you ask me. So obviously my Milotic is a pretty decent target now. Excadrill's sitting at -1. I'm just gonna go for an Icy Wind off the bat, no need to mess around with things, and then I'm gonna switch out into just go for Tyranitar or Volcarona. Volcarona. I think we're gonna Volcarona. I don't really see him go for a Rock Slide here with the Landorus. Metagross obviously is a problem with a Tyranitar can deal-ish. You know, I can just kind of play around it depending on how things feel. Especially once it Mega Evolves, it loses Clear Body and is susceptible to the speed drops from the Icy Wind, which is a pretty big deal. See my opponent taking a fairly long time, is we're going to see my Excadrill switch out first, if that means the other other thing is even switching. Metagross is actually going to be the one to switch out here. So we're going to see Kartana, so this plays pretty good for me. So Lander's going to go for an Earthquake. Volcarona doesn't take that as well as I'd like it to, but this is a goodbye Landers. You are not taking a +2 Icy. Actually, it does take the Icy one, but the Kartana doesn't. Interesting. So either he comes in and Earthquakes his... Wait, I did drop his speed. Yeah. So I'm gonna have some fun. I'm just gonna go for broke here because I should live whatever these things want to throw at me. Probably Scarf. I mean, he can Earthquake again. That's gonna be his problem. What is life? What is life? You know what? When the Volcarona is the fastest thing on the field, is that like max special what? Max special what now? So obviously the priority here is getting rid of Lele, because it's actually getting rid of both of them. So I'm just going to Scald into Metagross here, and then I'm going to Iron Head the Lele. Just why not? Because the Lele's at -1 speed right now, the Metagross... Bring it on, man. Bring it on. So Metagross is going to react to the Keystone. Down. Do the Tough Claws boost. So Metagross gonna go for an Ice Punch. So I'm gonna go for an Iron Head. This should take out Lele. And then the Scald is going to do massive damage to the Metagross. Over half. And this is going to be a quick battle here. I'm going to go after there, and I'm going to Z-move. So it'll go through the Protect, and I just want damage off of that thing. He's going to go for Zen Headbutt, Milotic's going to avoid, and this is going to be GG, no read. Good game to my opponent. I'm calling it before the move even like finishes, but with the Skull doing over half, yeah, it's gonna be a good night to Metagross with this Tech Rage. But I think this is just highlighting the glories of Milotic, especially where Landorus is so powerful, but it does carry that burden of Intimidate, and having the competitive ability on the Milotic to the point where you could be sitting +2 staring down a Landorus, and unless it has a Z move, it's really not in a good position because it's taking super effective damage from a Scald, or super effective, 4 times super effective from Icy Wind or Ice Beam. And with the speed drop, that's just asking for trouble. And we're gonna have time for another battle video. What's up with that? Yeah. One more battle in this video. What music do we want? Oh. Team Rainbow Rock Necrid from Floro with a 1480 rating. Let's see what team he is bringing to this fight of. This looks like a very last 2017 team with Tapu Lele, Mandibuzz, Alolan Marowak, Alolan Ninetales, the Crocodile, and Metagross, but the Metagross is probably Mega now. So what do we have for this? Now the big thing is I think Sand is a very good thing to lead off with, so that would actually do me very. I think this is like one of the few things where I just go Sand all the way. Looks very good in this situation. Also, I think I think Volcarona does a lot of work in here, the fire type, and just being able to spread around the damage, and I think a Milotic also too, so bring it on. I mean, the other bad thing is if he switches in, doesn't lead with the Weather Setter, but most teams, they do lead with the Lele and the Mandibuzz in this situation. And I think the speed check first for me would go through that, so I just kind of fire off into the Lele, hoping to take it out. Because obviously, I think once I play with the Lele, get rid of the Lele, I think I just have a better time with things. At least that's the way I look at it. I love my hair in this game; it's like perfectly me. Let's see here. So let's see who Necrod's going to be sending out. Ninetales and Crook. So obviously this is good for me because I believe I will set the weather first. Freaking. So obviously the sash is now gone on the Ninetales, which is huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Rock Slide turn 1, come at me, bro, and I'm going to Z-move the Crook. Which is pretty risky. Especially if he protects Earthquakes or some random crap like that. That could be bad. Is he going to withdraw the Ninetales, hoping to reset the weather at some point? Is we're going to see Mandibuzz come out. Oh, you're going to have fun with this. So we're going to see my Z-move crack first. They're definitely seeing Earthquake coming out, and that's going to be bad news for me. So the Intimidate mattered quite a bit. So we're going to try and play around this now. Okay, I think the right play to do is try to go after that Crook, but I feel like the Ninetales could literally just come in and wreck me. But we do know that neither of those things are very fast, because I did not move before that. So what I could do this turn is Protect, and then Icy Wind, and see where that gets me. Ugh. So what I just did there is I'm just sacking off the Tyranitar at this point. I don't think it's going to help me at all. And I'm just recovering up with my life, but this game looks like a lost cause. So pretty much Volcarona is going to have to do this on its own. But if there's anyone I trust more than Volcarona, it's Volcarona. I mean, it'd be interesting if he switched out into... Volcarona should survive this, but I don't think it survives a combination of Foul Play and Earthquake and Sandstorm. But I think Sandstorm's petering out. Of course it does. Yeah, it was just a poorly played game on my part. Yeah, so he's gonna go for a Roost. Oh. Oh. You know, if the only thing that I really got jobbed on was, I don't know if that was a damage roll with the intimidated Excadrill or not, because if it wasn't intimidated, that would have knocked out the thing, and that would have been a problem. So we're going to see a Z move come out and end me, but as we get around to it, and to see this Shattered Psyche from the Tapu Lele. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If your lucky number is 3, my time is 333. And that's how we're going to end this episode here with this absolutely destruction of Volcarona. We're going to come back and have one more episode with this team before we go ahead and switch it up. But I'd like to thank you very much for coming out and watching. Have yourselves a great day. Hope to see you next time.